And TxDOT PIO, Mr. Jeff Williford, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Now, just continuing the conversation that you had yesterday with our very own Devin Shea, let's go ahead and jump right on it. We know that TxDOT crews have been preparing for winter weather early this season. Equipment is inventoried, inspected, and collaborated for a really quick response. Now, you're in the process right now of pre-treating those roads and getting us prepared for that potential winter weather. Can you tell us where we are at in this process and what TxDOT goal is right now?
Yeah, right now they're still applying brine, doing brine operations throughout the 8 counties here in the Tyler District. And I know we say the Tyler District a lot. That's Anderson County, Cherokee County, Gregg, Henderson County, Rusk County, Smith County, Van Zant, and Wood County. So just to kind of give people an idea of what the district entails. But we're hitting all the major roadways. Started early this morning, hitting I-20 all the way down to Toll 49, which is not a TxDOT roadway, but we do help them out when needed. We've hit State Highway 155, 31, 64, US 271, kind of all the main roadways that are major thoroughfares for motorists. And so we hit those early. We'll continue to monitor those as the weather really does start to change. We just got an update earlier this morning, just a few hours ago, that our crews are going to go on 24-hour shifts beginning Sunday evening. So they'll work from 6 p.m. starting Sunday evening to 6 a.m. and then they'll switch off for another 12-hour shift. So they're going to be busy. They're doing all they can to keep the roadways able to travel on. We still say, though, with all the stuff that we do with the brine operations, if you don't have to get out, especially when the weather is supposed to hit, just stay home. It's the safest thing to do.
Now, we, of course, as the public, are so appreciative of these TxDOT crews that are working these 24-hour shifts. Can you tell us just a little more information on what they're going to be doing during these shifts, what their roles are, how they're able to keep us safe?
Yeah, so they'll continue to monitor. I know it's hard to tell exactly what's going to happen. Your weathermen would make a lot more money. Weatherwomen would make a lot more money if they could tell you exactly what was going to happen. But we monitor those situations. They're on call, so we have maintenance offices in each county that we're in, and they are stocked with brine. They are stocked with trucks ready to roll. And so on those 12-hour shifts, they're watching the weather. They're looking for any kind of hot spots, bridges and overpasses that will freeze over quicker than the roadways themselves. And so they can reapply the brine solution that we have. If those temperatures really start to drop, which they're supposed to do, we will start hitting those bridges and overpasses and even the roads with more of a granular materials, something like salt or crushed rock or things like that.
Now, how long do these treatments normally last? This brine, these crushed rocks, the salt, how long does that last and how long does that keep that ice away?
Well, the brine solution, when we put it down, if there's no other moisture leading up to the winter weather, a lot of times it's these storms that roll in and it's raining, maybe warmer temperatures, then all of a sudden those temperatures really drop, and so it's already wet. We did have that rain early this morning, but now it's, as you can see, it's kind of sunny, at least here in the Tyler area, sunny, and has a chance to dry up. So that brine solution will stay down for a few days. 3 to 4 is primarily what we look at. And so that initial application will stay down until that moisture starts to come down again in the next couple days. And that way it'll lower the freezing point of that precipitation that's coming. And so that'll make it easier. It'll slow down the process of it sticking to the road. And so a lot of times it'll help slush it up, and that way our crews can remove that slush. And drivers can go over it. Now, again, we say it a lot that it's not a cure-all of what we're doing. Temperatures can change quickly, things can change quickly, and so we just encourage drivers to pay attention to that and be aware of what's going on around you.
Now, speaking of the people that are going to be driving on these roads, we always expect at least some road closures to happen, especially during these wintry weather times. Where are people able to find those road closures and the conditions of the roads that they're getting prepared to drive on if they need to venture outside?
Sure. Yeah. One of the biggest places, I don't know if you can read it on let's see, on this side here, it's drivetexas.org. It's a website that we update. Our maintenance crews are updating the program that goes into that. it'll have closures, it'll have conditions of roadways. We'll be able to say that there's ice, on this overpass. If there's a closure, we try to make sure that there's not going to be any major closures or anything like that. But if needed, we'll work with local law enforcement to get that done. But Drive Texas is a great place. Social media, following local media, radio, TV, things like that are good places to find out about these closures if there are any.
Now, moving away a little bit from that wintry weather, can we talk a little bit about the Legacy Trail construction project? We have quite a few people who are really interested, and I just was wondering, can we ask you, how is the construction phase between when y'all started on this project in October of 2023 to now? Where are we at?
The last update I got with the engineer here in the Smith County area was that we're still on schedule. I know there's a lot of different contractor, whatnot, may have some input on that, but as long as the weather stays good and things stay on path, on trail, if you want to say that, Legacy Trail, if they stay on, we should be good. Still looking at a fall 2024 completion date. And so I know that's exciting. The Legacy Trail is close to where I live, where I go a lot. And so it's good to have that nearby for local residents.
Absolutely. Now, if you can tell us anything about it, how is this project being funded and what is left to do in this project so far?
I'm not up to date on that. I do know there was some funding from the state, and it's one of the kind of projects that we get excited about for sure. It's not just about our mission is connecting you with Texas. And so that's not just on roadways, that's also throughout our cities and projects like this that provide trails and sidewalks and bicycle lanes and things. And so again, that's just part of our mission to connect each other with Texas.
Now, one last question, if you have the time for it. Do you have any specific tips on people driving in this wintry weather as an expert in the subject at this point?
Yeah, again, one is if you don't have to, stay in. Two, really watch your speed. You see a lot where people may come off the road, slide off the road. It's because of excessive or unsafe speed. We encourage everyone to drive slower, especially when this weather is really starting to move in. Drive slow, make sure there's enough room between you and the cars around you. Don't follow too closely because it will be harder to stop if the roads are slick. Another thing too to keep in mind, four-wheel drive, things like that. In some situations, it does help. It will not help you if the road's icy. It will not help you to stop any slower. And so keep that in mind. So, make sure you're following the speed, going below the posted speed and driving at a safe speed is probably the most important thing.
Alrighty, is there anything that I have not gotten the chance to ask you that you want our viewers to know as we approach that potential hard freeze?
No, just take it easy. There is a holiday on Monday when a lot of this weather is supposed to be in. So hopefully more people will be at home and able to stay home. But if you do get out, just please watch your speed and pay attention, put your phone away, do all you can to keep each other safe.
Absolutely. Once again, Jeff Williford with the TxDOT Tyler District, thank you so much. I really appreciate you giving us this time today.
Very welcome. Thank you.
Thank